I used to be down, but now I'm up. Just tip your hat at me and come call me Mr. Luck, because I used to be down, but whoa, yeah, now I'm up. Well, you can just tip your hat at me and call me Mr. Luck. You know it's kinda hard, babe, going from door to door. Just take one look at me and I won't do that no more, 'cause I used to be down, but whoa, yeah, now I'm up. Well, you can just tip your hat at me and call me Mr. Luck. I was trying to set this up kind of like a natural sound for a recording I was doing, which actually I might as well just show that now. I mean, this is going to be a nothing live stream, so we'll just get into that. It's a single that was released. What's wrong, Shadow? What is it, my boy? This poor cat. I give him like 3 cans of Shiba a day, and it's all he thinks about is food. I thought he had a worm for a while, but he went to the vet and got medicine for worms. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'm gonna have to find out. Paul Smith, good evening, brother. How are you doing? And then we got E. John GG. Can you play any MCR? That's My Chemical Romance, right? No, I'm sorry, man. I can't. Just blues here. My life keep me worrying. Hell is just on down the line. My life keep me worrying. Hell is just on down the line. Hang on, I'm gonna let the cat out, maybe see if he can entertain himself. I just fed him right before this, and yeah, he's acting like he's starving, poor guy. Why don't you go out, Shadow? Why don't you go out, baby? Go, baby. He's also very sensitive about what kind of food he does and doesn't like, this cat. I've never had a cat before, so it's my first experience being a cat owner. And it's pretty crazy because I'll go out and buy him all these different kinds of food. He throws them all up, except the brand that he likes. But I also think he deals with food insecurity because he was a stray cat. He had just kind of been wandering the neighborhood for like a couple of years, I'd say, until we finally took him in. And I think he just has food insecurity. Like, if I put a bowl of food in front of him, this guy will just not stop eating. Okay, shout out FHW Stop Motion. These gotta be bots. La Llave de Daruko. Again. Anyway, that was the Canned Heat song. That was the last song Bob Hyde recorded right before he died, and damn if it's not a testament to what the Heat had been through till that point, up until, you know, their lives. My life keep me worrying. Hell is just on down the line. My life, babe, keeps me worried all the time. But I just keep on speeding. Fast life is a doggone crime. Trouble won't let me won't let me keep my rest. I said trouble won't let me. Trouble won't let me keep my rest. I lay in my bed shaking, shaking, soaking wet with sweat. I love that song. They do kind of like a Texas shuffle on that one. I mean, that's what I've heard it called. It's like a really cool, yeah, I just always called it a Texas shuffle. JH says, play the Fortnite song, please, and play Skibidi Toilet. See, I added some tags on here to try to appeal to a larger audience. Of course, the problem is the majority of the world does not really care much about the music that I play. So then you get, or it's obviously just young people assuming that, damn, I'm gonna knock this thing over. Okay, yeah, just settle yourself right in there, bud. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I had this set up for sort of a natural sound because I was trying to record this single that some like rockabilly type guy recorded in like 1959 or 1960. But the version that I was familiar with was the one that Peggy Lee released as a single, and it's called I'm Looking Out the Window. And it's a shuffle, but it's like a haunted shuffle. So where the normal, it's an E flat. And if the normal shuffle is, you know, or, you know, those are like pretty standard shuffles. This one sort of it just changes one note, but it turns it into a haunting shuffle, and it's beautiful. It goes like this. I'm looking out the window, I'm waiting at the door to see if you'll be coming by the way you did before. The way you did before. So that's like really easy. It's right in the realm of blues. And I love that song before I even realized it was some kind of a shuffle. And I thought it was in C at first because Peggy sings in C a lot. So that's immediately what I went to. And I tried to kind of copy it. I was like, something doesn't sound right. And you know, a lot of these old tracks, the recordings are not necessarily like the mix isn't always the best in these old recordings. So it's kind of hard. And even for the 4, I'm not even sure that it is a flat, but I just have to assume. It's really hard to hear when the guitar player goes to. So, but I think it sounds good. And then the turnaround is regular, just B flat or B flat, the way you A flat did before. So that is why that is set up to sound like an acoustic. Go ahead and turn up the gain a little bit here. Got a pretty big sound for such a small little speaker. I got to get back into playing guitar a little bit more on the channel. Oh shoot, I'm missing it. Okay, Gunmar, doom. Yeah, that's what plays inside my head when it's just quiet in my head. It's just, well, when it's not bad thoughts, that is. Okay. Arziva says play maybe a SpongeBob song. Well, I know this one. now we got to go back to the clean setting again. Something like that, right? I always remember that. I love the Hawaiian Guitar in SpongeBob. Play any 80s rock. Well, now we're getting a lot closer to what I know. I don't know. You'd have to throw a bunch out there. If it was something that used simple chords, I'm sure I could belt out a really quick version of it. On the old channel, I used to do like Freebird and all and all that stuff. What's going on, Silva? And we got Husaria, and Paul Smith says, and nearly at 1,000 subs. I know, I couldn't believe it, but there's no correlation. I can't. It's hard to pinpoint what exactly causes the uptick in subscribers, because like the Honer crossover video went practically viral. I mean, as far as, I mean, for me anyway, for such a small channel, I just woke up and that thing had like 2,000 views, and I made 2 more videos very similar to that with like similar tags, and they weren't even able to break 1,000. So I really don't know. Maudo is back in here. Hello, my friend. How does the tongue block? Oh, yeah, you guys are not going to fucking believe this. I learned how to tongue block. I'm not kidding. I am not fucking kidding. Check this out. So, trying to find my harp. Yeah, I learned how to tongue block. This is the one I take to work with me. I didn't think I could do this. I doubted myself. I'm not going to lie. Now, I'm not saying that I'm good at it. I'm just saying I've gotten clean notes and I can bend. See, that 4 is a little tough. I got the two bend and the 3. I got them down. It's just a matter of practicing it. And it was the wildest thing. I learned like the Mayans. You know how they say the Mayans learned like in step ladder? They're like, how did they do that? Why does it go like this? I don't know why, but that's how I learned too. Like, I'll just be sitting there one day and then like just fucking shoot up a whole level. So that was, but also it's so unintuitive. Like, tongue blocking is so completely unintuitive. It's, to me, lip pursing always came very naturally, and in comparison, tongue blocking is alien. It's like, and really all you're doing is just adjusting the rest of your mouth to do what you would normally do while lip pursing. And I gotta be honest, I really didn't ever think I would learn it, but here we are today. I was just as surprised as you guys. I was trying to do that song, Commit a Crime, because I was doing it the other night, but you know, you kind of got to get in the groove with this, but I'm going to try it here. Oh, I'm sorry, I know that sounded terrible, but another thing that I realized about tongue blocking, and this is really important to me, and sorry, I'm going to get to the chat in just a second here, but I had a great revelation. I had sort of an epiphany moment where I told you guys I struggle a lot on those 3-draw bends, but pretty much all of them, just to get a clean note and to not have it be flat or sharp. And surprisingly, now what helped me with this was the Bending Trainer app, but once I was learning the tongue block and I was trying to get those 3-draw bends, I used that app. And somehow, well, first of all, that made me realize, like, yes, you're going in the right direction, right? Like, whatever movement you're doing, it'll tell you right there, either getting warmer or not, as my friend Jerry would say, kind of, but not so much. Man, I miss Jerry. I wonder where he is. Hope he's still alive. And I couldn't believe it, but I could hit the 3-draw bends all in tune, more so with tongue blocking than I can with lip pursing. So I guess the next step is to just keep practicing the tongue blocking. But yeah, it was a revelation. I couldn't believe it. Okay, so and then he says, this week I trained a bit of puckering, so that's good. Don't worry about your bad English. Zeppelin, yeah, we could do some Zeppelin, Paul. I still got to hit up Paul, see if he's a better therapist than the last one I had. Good Lord. Hey, Frank, says Daniel Halaj. Great to see you live. Thank you. Silva asks Mauro if he is Brazilian. And Mauro speaks Portuguese and French. I can kind of understand Portuguese just because I speak Spanish. Or whoever, this other guy, is that Portuguese with Silva wrote? Because I can sort of, just from speaking Catalan and Spanish, you kind of get the gist. It's the same thing with French. Because I speak Catalan, I'll look at, like, I took French class in high school, and it was no big mystery to me because Catalan is just a mixture of Spanish, Italian, and French, pretty much, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, the words are all the same. Commit a crime. All right, commit a crime. I'm gonna leave you, woman, before I commit a crime. I'm gonna leave you, woman, before I commit a crime. Tried so hard to kill me, woman, it just was not my time. You mix my drinks with a can of Red Devil Life. You mix my drinks with a can of Red Devil Life. Then you sat back and watched, babe, hoping that I would die. Whoa, smokestack lightning, shining. Well, get carried away sometimes, you know. Anyway, that was a Howlin' Wolf song, Paul. I think Howlin' Wolf wrote it. You never really know with these blues guys, because a lot of these songs are interpretations of very old songs. But yes, as far as I'm concerned, Howlin' Wolf on that one. I love the multicultural aspect of this channel. Oh, here's a great question. Harmonica Blaster asks, what is the harmonica you hated the most? That's a good one. What is the harmonica that I hated the most? Something that pissed me off, that I just wouldn't buy again. Honestly, I hate to say it, but the Lee Oscar, when I got that new B flat, I couldn't believe how bad that harmonica was. Hohner also has had their moments. I'm not, you know, basically all of Hohner's high-end models, I have a very hard time appreciating. And even after I learned how to tongue block, I tried it on the Marine Band Deluxe. Oh yeah, that's another thing about tongue blocking. I was convinced I would need a very smooth comb to tongue block. Guess what? I ended up doing it on my old crusty-ass regular Marine Band. Don't need the plastic combs. I have enough plastic in my DNA, man. I don't need any more. So that was so funny to me. I was convinced that I would need a plastic comb or a very smooth lacquered comb on my harmonica in order to tongue block. That just wasn't the case. I mean, you know. I gotta get those four. The four is really the hard one. See, and then I talk it up too much, and then I try to show off on camera, and it just comes out terrible. But we are working on it, and we're making fantastic progress. Really greater than I could have ever hoped. So yeah, what is the harmonica I hated the most? I mean, I'm looking around right now. Just looking at my desk, seeing what I got in here. I don't know. Yeah, maybe it would have to be the Lee Oscar, I guess. That was definitely like the worst one out of the box. I also had a Suzuki, not Bluesmaster. What's the other one? What's the cheaper version of that? The Harpmaster, maybe. That one was also pretty bad. Speaking of which, Harpo, Harpo, viewer and friend of the channel, has ordered me a Suzuki, the other one, the Bluesmaster, the higher end one. It's waiting at Rock and Ron's now, so I'm gonna have to go pick that up or have them ship it out to me. And we'll have a review coming up on that. Strings and Things on a Budget says, "Hey, hope you're doing great." How are you? How are you doing? Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to catch up on the chat. Yeah, so only one way to find out. Silva asks, "Hi Frank, I'm new here. What's your favorite band?" I don't know what my favorite band is. I've been listening to a lot of Canned Heat the last few years. I will say that. Guys, is the sound okay? Can somebody tell me, because I've been having all... Is there echo also? Do you want me to turn off the echo? Is there echo? These are important questions I need to ask, because these live streams go up on the channel later, so in case somebody missed them. Thank you, Silva. I appreciate that, man. Wago Howard Hanahu. Aloha. Aloha, my friend. Rain Kane. Thank you. Appreciate that. This is Harmonica Blaster, the Suzuki Folkmaster. No, it wasn't the Folkmaster. It was they have the Harpmaster and the Bluesmaster. The Kongsheng Sunrise is surprisingly good, says Strings and Things on a Budget. Kongsheng, I almost bought a Kongsheng Mars a while back because I wanted to review that one, but the thing about the Kongsheng is it has those, like, what is that? Nickel or chrome plating? I don't know. It was making some people have allergic reactions. I feel like I'm the type of person that would suffer from that, so. Okay, sound is good. Thank you, guys. I appreciate that. No echo. Okay. Yeah, it's funny. I messed up the little converter that I had on the phone. Hey, I saw that Harmonica Blaster retracted a message. What did he say? Somebody tell me. I'm just kidding. No, but tell me. Okay, Wago asks, all right, so, sorry. I keep getting sidetracked. What I was going to say was I can't use the echo on this microphone anymore because I accidentally dropped the phone while it was connected and it yanked the cable, and now the connection's kind of like this. And it still works for recording, but the echo dial doesn't pick up on the recorder anymore, unfortunately. Okay, so Wago Howard Hanahu says, "Do you know Theory? Wondering if you could recommend a channel or book/resource for the draw in and out. I'm a teacher and understand music fairly well. Never tried to play melodically. Anywho. I would say if you already have a knowledge of theory, you should be pretty good to go. There's a variety of sources right here on YouTube. I would say just get the basics down, learn your positions and all that. Your biggest hurdle is going to... I don't know if you play already, Wago Howard. If you do, you'll probably find as you learn that some of the bending, really being able to play the instrument sometimes is the hardest part. It's kind of like trumpet or saxophone. There's a lot of technique that, you look at a trumpet, it only has 3 little buttons, right? But you ever try to play one of those things? It's not easy. And I actually played alto saxophone in high school, believe it or not. Not that I could remember anything but like maybe one major scale in C. But no, I really don't know theory. I know theory as far as blues is concerned. And that's just because I'm on a need-to-know basis. I've been playing a very short amount of time, and I started very late in my life. So I really had to cut for the jugular and cut out anything that I didn't need, anything that didn't serve me. That's why I can solo on a slide, but I can't do fancy jazz chords, because I went straight for the stuff that mattered to me. I skipped everything else. Same thing with harmonica. That's why it's only 2 days ago that I learned how to tongue block, because I was going for the jugular, man. I was like, I just want to learn how to do this. That's all I wanted to learn, you know, and obviously that took me over. It overcame me and I got obsessed with it. Okay, the strings and things on a budget says the Mars has nickel, the Sunrise is wood comb, no nickel covers. Oh, very cool. I'm always a fan of a wood comb. Where's that wood coming from though? Because nothing beats this comb, the Honer one, pear wood from the pear trees of Africa and Europe. What do you think about the Conjurer? Well, funny thing about the Conjurer harmonica blaster is the Conjurer. Get ready for this one. Dun dun dun. The Conjurer is actually just an East top, my friend. They're made by the exact same factory. They just have different stamps. So I would say good. I would say the Conjurer is good in as far as that the East top, which is a very cheap Chinese harmonica, but that is still very, very good. Maybe not as good as I remember though. I got a little picky. I got really picky with my harps. Over the last year or so. Because you guys know how disappointed I was in the Marine Band Deluxe, which I do play it now, but it's so weak and flimsy. It's got no response to it. I can't believe that they put this out. Who fucked this up? Seriously. All you had to do... Anyway, we're not going to get into that. Richard Larson says, Frank, I just wanted to say that you're not alone in your feelings. I see your posts and you're not alone, brother. But this is your calling, dude. You're good at it. And I say it's worth fighting for. Richard, thank you for your kind words. I would almost agree with you. I just have no hope. There's just no... It's too late. It's too late. This life is already wasted. I'm ready for death. It's over. Even if something good happened to me now at this point in my life, it wouldn't matter. It wouldn't matter anymore because I have constant sciatic nerve pain, this fucking tinnitus that never goes away. And that might not sound like a lot, but really think about that. Imagine you had severe tinnitus all the time. Imagine you wake up late at night all by yourself and all you can hear is that ringing. And sometimes it's not just a ringing, it's a beeping noise. It's like, dee, dee. And the fucking, and you got the jabs from pain, and then sometimes I'm walking and it feels like I'm getting shot with electricity in my fucking spine. Like the Emperor's just like, let the pain flow through you, you know? Like, it's such a horrible life, you know? And there's just things that I've realized about this life that I just can't come back from, ever, you know? It's over. Okay, let's see. Wago Howard Hanahu says, great advice. Good sound, good tone. Check out Frank Zappa. Oh yeah, I like Frank Zappa. He's pretty cool. I respect him. I don't listen to him a lot. First few albums really dial in that harp. Yeah, and you know who else? His contemporary, Captain Beefheart, and I think that guy. Yeah, I read something about them. Will you go to the 2025 Spa in Texas? I should. I really should. Will I? I don't know, Harmonica Blaster. I really should, by all accounts. But will I? I mean, listen, I should do a lot of things, okay? I should go out and... I should do a lot... There's a lot of things I should do that I don't do. But yeah, I really... No, I'm just going to be honest with you, Harmonica Blaster. I won't, because I have to work. I like to imagine in my head that I would, but I won't. I know myself. I won't. I should, but I won't. Daniel Halaj says, I am a classically trained musician and music teacher, so I know theory pretty well. But honestly, I use almost no theory when I play harmonica. For me, harmonica playing is mostly about intuition. I could not agree more, Daniel. That's why people ask me for tabs or can you do a lesson on this? I say, listen, all you need to know is the key of harmonica that I'm using. There's only so many notes, okay? There's not an infinite amount of notes. There's a very limited amount of notes. And for me, if it's blues, they all stop after the 6th hole, right? So that's, 6 times 2 is 12, plus like the 3 or 4 other notes. That's like, what, 15 notes or whatever? I don't know. I can't do the math right now. I'm not that smart, but it's so important just to learn to operate the instrument, Get your solid 2 draw, And then all the bends in there. I'd love to have the. That's like 4 bends in one hole right there. So, and that's how I learned, honestly. I mean, you just learn the basics of it, and then you hear something. As long as you know what key it's in, then you're good to go. Then it's just a matter of literally going hole to hole, note for note. I think there's no better way to learn. That's how I've learned everything. I transcribe things sometimes, like I've talked about this, like Benny Goodman. I love his recordings with Peggy Lee, and there's like 3 hours worth of singles. And, you just go through, like, what's that one I always do? I spoke last night to the ocean. I spoke last night to the sea. It's a classic World War II song about a woman who has a man in the Navy and she misses him, okay? And I love that song. I heard it from Benny Goodman so many times, and that's not even in the right key, but I just sat there one time and I was like, that's a fun one. Maybe I could do that, And you do that for all of your favorite music. And it's important to do it with your favorite music. Don't let someone else tell you what you should practice, because you have to be you. You have to draw from your inspirations. That's why you guys see me playing so much old Peggy Lee stuff, is because I'm enchanted by that music. I'm obsessed with it. It's literally magical to me. If I can hit one riff off of a Peggy Lee song, and by the way, if you guys like harmonica, grab your A harp and go look up Blue Prelude off of the 1957 album Beauty and the Beat with George Shearing and Peggy Lee. Fantastic album. It's a 1.5-minute song, and you can seriously train your bends on that one, and even your octave splits. It's the song kind of goes a little like this. Again, struggling on those bends. If I could do that tongue block, that'd probably sound a lot better. And I'm falling behind again. Harmonica Blaster, favorite song on the harmonica. Favorite song? I would have to go with The Birdland by George Shearing. George Shearing and Peggy Lee. I think that I know George Shearing had some, he did that. Yeah, The Lullaby of Birdland, except I've gone back recently and realized that I don't play that song right. I'm missing a few parts. Somebody commented that on the short that I uploaded. And they were right. I went back and listened to it, and sometimes I just remember a song and do it off of memory, and when you do that, you're liable to ad-lib entire parts of the song, which is what I do on Lullaby of Birdland. Lullaby of Birdland, that's a tough one too, because like at some points you're jumping like from up here to a bend down on the 3, and it's just wild. I mean, the accuracy necessary. But the first time that I was able to do, here, maybe I can do a little demo. So here, let me do it on the crossover. Where's the crossover? Let me do it on that. No, not this one. Not this one. Warm it up really quick. Yeah, see, so I'm ad-libbing entire parts of that song. I'm cutting off notes here and there. And obviously that wasn't great because 1, that's a very hard song, and 2, I haven't practiced it in a while. But I was getting back into it. The necessary notes are on there, so I should be able to... 007. I'm so sorry for what I said to you last night, my friend. I'm not mad at you. I'm just mad at myself. That's who I really hate, is myself. By the way, he says, by the way, embossing and lifting up my reeds to make them parallel more to the hole stopped my harmonica from lagging. Okay, that's good to know, actually. Embossing and lifting up the reeds to make them parallel more to the holes. I actually recently just fixed the blow one on this blues harp in A, which a few live streams ago, if you guys remember, it was making a noise like a party blower, like, eh! And so I went in there, and what happened was the reed was out of alignment with the slot. That's why it was making that noise. Hey, look, you can see you guys in the reflection. Say hi, everybody. And I used my reed wrench, which I think it was this one here for the Honer. This is a wonderful harmonica tool. I got the Foreman's Basement initials on there. Terribly, terribly engraved. You can get this for about, I forget how much, but it's worth it. It's the cheapest option you can get, and it's good. It has reed wrenches, embossing tools, the shimmies, you know. I also use this for tuning. It's just a little diamond tip, so we can get that to focus. Imagine I just blasted the camera with a diamond tip right now. Just permanently ruin my selfie camera. Never have to look at myself again. Okay, Mauro asks, how goes your third position? That is something missing in my playing. Yes, me too. How goes it? It's going. I mean, you know, I got what's Charlie Musselwhite does one, and it goes like this. You guys know the one I'm talking about? It's Jesucristo or something. It's like some biblical name. I don't think it's called Jesucristo, but it's something like that. And it's played on a B flat, and it's got that. It starts with that sexy ass riff. It's just like. Something like that. Damn, I am just playing terribly today. I'm gonna have to wash myself of this. Can you play the Tequila song? Yeah, that's a fun one. What key? Can somebody find out what key that's in? Yes, Cristo Redemptor. Cristo Redentor. I think that's how you say it. I don't know. Yes, Christ the Redeemer. That's what it translates to anyway. And it's a beautiful song. Charlie Musselwhite from the Stand Back album in 1965, I think. Damn. Imagine if my brain could hold useful information instead of this stuff. It is in the key of C. Okay. Well, you know, that riff is actually not easy. Tequila. I don't fucking know. It's something like that, right? Dude, this Marine Band in C actually plays really bad. I don't know what I started just using my Rocket, and I'm not even the biggest fan of the Rocket, but. Oh wait, you said it's in C, so that probably uses an F harp. I know I had an F around here somewhere. There it is. I stand back for this. I stand back just like the Charlie Musselwhite album. Just making an ass out of myself today. That's the other thing with music. Some days you really can play, and then some days it's like singing. Some days I can sing the most beautiful notes that I could never hit, and then I wake up the next day and I can't do it. What is that? Anyway, I'm sorry, Harmonica Blaster. I tried. You know what's really cool I've been doing lately is that little Walter song, Mellow Down Easy. The intro to that is really hard. I still don't have it down. You jump, jump here. Jump, jump there. You jump, jump, jump everywhere. You gotta mellow down easy. You mellow down easy when you really wanna blow your top. Y la Telecaster there. Yeah. That's my brother's telly. Or maybe my dad's. I'm not sure. They keep throwing it around like a dirty whore. They're just passing it around. I told them I didn't want it here. My dad brought it for somebody, and now it's here. I've played that guitar. It's not great. It's not great. Mellow down easy. Bum, 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 bum. Although I think that's actually played on a I think that's played on a D harp. But I can't bend for shit on a D harp. Even my nice ass even with my nice little Andrew Zajac comb. You got to mellow down easy. Bum, 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 bum. Trying to decide if I'm gonna go to the blues jam tonight, but I don't know. Oh shit. You know what song I've actually loved lately? I'll play this one on the crossover. Crossover in C. I used to be down, but now I'm up. And just tip your hat at me and come call me Mr. Luck, because I used to be down, but whoa, yeah, but now I'm up. Well, you can just tip your hat at me and come call me Mr. Luck. I'm getting better at the foot stomp. It still leaves a little something to be desired. Hip shake. Do the hip shake thing. I want to tell you about a dance that's going around. I don't even know the lyrics to the hip shake. This is something in town. Just shake your hip, don't move your lip. Just shake your hip. Do the hip shake, bang. Yeah, something like that, right? I don't know. Yeah. No, I feel you, Daniel. I don't know where other musicians draw their energy from. Mine goes away like a gust of wind. I mean, it's insane. I mean, seriously, sometimes from one pressing record to the next, I'm just like zzz, like just the life force is just gone, you know? That's gotta be from like a weakness in the spirit, I feel like, because I feel like I used to have just a well of energy, a well of mojo to draw from. And now I need to abuse drugs and alcohol to, you know. Now I gotta abuse drugs and alcohol. So that's the way that goes. You kind of look like the Mexican manipulative guitarist in movies. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. I gotta dial in my tone here, guys. Yes. Oh, this is a great question. Bilbo Wagons asks, what's the lowest note you can bend reliably? On lower tuned harps, I mean. Oof. Just gotta warm this up. think I could. I don't think I could bend the 1 on a low D. I don't know if anyone can. I don't know if it's physically possible. Maybe if you're a giant. Maybe if you're one of those people who has no neck and their neck just like goes right into their face. You guys know what I mean? Like those people that have no neck. It's just one big... Those people that are built like thumbs, maybe they could do that. So you might be Jewish somewhere in that case. Dude, what is with you guys today? What does that have to do with anything? Andre, what are you getting at? Why are you calling me Jewish? What? And what's wrong with being Jewish? Better than me, says Bilbo. I feel like I'm swallowing my tongue. Yeah, that was the exact same quote that Harmonica John gave me when I talked to him about that one time. I don't know if anyone else knows Harmonica John, but he's a pretty well-known player in the San Diego area. And he said the exact same thing. I was like, how do you bend on the low tunings? And he said, you gotta damn near swallow your tongue to get some of those. Harmonica John is cool. He's a giant. He's literally a giant. Like he's a big, and he looks like Santa Claus, but he's like Hagrid from Harry Potter, and he plays harmonica, and he's just a cool ass fucking dude. He smokes reefer and. Can you play Heart of Gold? Asked Benjamin. I don't know that song. Is that a Neil Young song? And Andre says you have a Jewish surname. Yeah, perhaps. Did you ever try a baby fat harmonica? Yeah, I have one right here actually. Well, I have the corpse of one. In here somewhere. Or not. Aha. Yeah, I did try. This is what's left of it. The baby fat, you know, it's not great. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not great. But also it's only $20, so it's almost I mean, kind of actually is a playable instrument. Oh, that plays a lot better than I remember it playing. Yeah, it's okay. The reeds... Is that brass? I don't even know if that's brass. It looks like copper. Anyway, I didn't play it too much, and then... I tried to do a custom tuning on it, and then I needed the screws for something else. I took the screws off, and then I never played it again. So that's the story of that one, the baby fat. Hey, Julie, how you doing? Welcome. Phosphor bronze, says Andre. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say it looks like some kind of a bronze type of material. I could not reliably say. I can't tell you, sir, because I do not know. And I hear the garage door opening, so I'm going to go ahead and leave now because I'm uncomfortable around my family. Thank you all for joining.